and the other three will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Benjamin Nelson will not jump.
We are live, sorry about that, from Kentucky International Speedway, about to get this race underway. Right now, practice wrapping down. We are live here at the 1.50 mile track for the Go Fast Racing League Down to Mike's Truck Series, about to get kicked off underway. As I mentioned, under the lights tonight here as we come into Kentucky. These guys are going to go 112 laps around this fast, kind of long, but drives like a short track speedway. A very unique track in its own right. A lot of things coming into here, as this is the final race before we head to Eldora. Next week we have the week off, then we go to Eldora Speedway. So tonight is a big race for a lot of drivers. As we come in right now, Eric Spencer, currently your points leader. Eric Borelli, currently second. Eric Mitch, all three up in the top three, is third with 0 wins. Kurt Smith locked in to the chase already in fourth. Aaron Fowler, Kyle Frame. Kyle Frame's in fifth without a win. Aaron Fowler also locked in. Raymond Tollinen locked in. Roy Schiavono's locked in. Todd Curry is also locked in. So with that, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers locked in. We got 3 spots available. Who will it be tonight? Tyler Cox currently leading the way here in opening practice at Kentucky. A lot of things could happen here tonight. First, let's do this. Let's get the weather and knock it out of the way. 81 degrees here tonight. And clear skies, wind speed gusting at 13.71 miles an hour out the northeast. That's going to be a big issue to deal with. A lot of drivers may be facing wind coming off turn number 2. We'll have to wait and see if that plays an issue or not. We are at Kentucky, like I said, 1.46 mile track. 4 turns, track temp right at 80 degrees here in Spartan, Kentucky. One unique thing about this track is you're going to see some guys using the apron. Me personally, and now this is just me, I do not recommend that. I was watching practice earlier, and I do not recommend that. I actually need to turn down my volume. I hope it's not too loud for everybody. If it is, just let me know. I think I need to turn my spotter off as well. But we'll go ahead and do that real fast while I'm sitting here thinking of it, because I actually forgot to do it before I came on again. I got everything else ready though. Alright, there we go. So yeah, like I mentioned, we're going to see some guys probably down on that apron. That is a very dangerous place to be. There's a lot of bumps on that apron. It could be something to think about here as well if you're running up in the top 5 or so. We'll see who gets the pole here tonight. It's a mixture of guys. I am going to go ahead and get my pick out of the way. And tonight, I'm actually going to go with Kyle Frame to get the win. It was tough between him and Tyler Cox. Aaron Fowler was also in that mix, but I am going to pick Kyle Frame to pick up the win here tonight in the Truck Series. These guys also come back here tomorrow night, as well as Saturday night for the race. So we got Kanan tomorrow night, and then after that, we got... I was sitting here looking at something. Yeah, after that we go to the Xfinity Series, also here. Tomorrow night's race, 100 laps. It'll be the same time as always. At 9:55 we go live. These guys are always in here. For people that don't know, these guys actually get an hour worth of practice, and then we start up the broadcast and get everything situated and stuff like that. So, you know, things could change. And welcome Crystal and Glock as always. Mark, sorry. So yeah, it's a unique place. There is some really fast guys in here, and they're only getting faster. We've watched a lot of guys pick up in time. Some of them have picked up. Sean Lejeune has picked up some time, currently sitting 5th on the board. Todd Cray's now in here, keeping on that number 21 truck. Skylar Allen, I know people in here cheer for him a little bit. He was actually in the top 3, I believe, earlier, and then he went out there on his long run. So watch for him tonight. He actually could have a really good run as well. So anything's possible. This is one track. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is not the most exciting track on the circuit. We're going to have long green flag runs, I expect. Yes, we're going to have cautions, but this is one of them tracks where we could go green for a while. We may even see some green flag pit stops, which would be very awesome. I love watching some green flag pit stops. So practice winding down. And Tyler Cox should be the one, it looks like, going to be leading the way here for qualifying. We'll just have to wait and see. As you look at the scoreboard now, it is at 16:57 for the 14, the 7, and the 73. Your top 6, followed by that 03 of Curtis Martin, who sits in 7th. Waiting for qualifying to start, as I love when people set off fireworks 2 days after 4th of July. Makes sense. Anyway, qualifying getting underway now, as we will watch and see what happens here tonight. And Eric Minch going to be the first one rolling off pit road in that 00 truck. I mentioned Eric just a few moments ago. He is currently sitting up in 3rd in points. So he picked up a spot last week. Kurt Smith actually dropped a spot last week. But here we go. Qualifying underway now. As Eric rolls off pit road. And down into turn number 3, kind of a flat top entry into turn 3. Your best line, if you can see where he's running at, that is going to be the preferred line. If you can keep it down there, you're going to use brake. This is not that easy of a track. You're not just going to let off. You actually do got to use brake. And especially here in turn 1, and you're going to try to get down to that first seam. There's a black seam, you can see it right there. You're going to try to get your tires right on that black seam to help you rotate through the center of the turn, and you're going to full throttle it out. Same as 3 and 4, but saying a little bit different. 3 and 4, the turn is a little bit more flat. As you can see, Eric slowing down as he normally does. Going to try to start from the back. Here comes the 0-2. Brenda Puffenberger out on track. He is not from Australia. It just shows that because I had to go back to my original overlays. If y'all haven't noticed, we're going to be debuting the one I've been actually working on forever here, hopefully tomorrow. Here comes the 0-2. Crosses the stripe. Currently jumps up to that 2nd or 3rd spot now. Tyler Cox also out on track. You can see him in the number 16 Donald Trump truck. See how he does here on his 2nd lap. First lap of a 30.534 out of Maine. Tyler Cox from Center Force Racing, my teammate as well. Coming through turn number 4, Tyler Cox looking to improve. 30.534, will he do it? He will not pick up. Don't lose much, but actually gets knocked off the pole by that one of Eric Borelli. Wow. With a 30.507 in that number 14. Come here to play tonight because he is looking good. Skylar Allen coming out to start his run, I believe. Actually, he's already just completed his run. You can see him running the special paint scheme. Sometimes he runs the Center Force TV truck. Thank you, Skylar, as always, for doing that in that Toyota. Curtis Martin crossing the start-finish line. And will start his green flag lap in that number 03 Crown Royal Chevrolet. I love that purple car. I absolutely love the way that looks on that. One of my favorite trucks in the field. Coming through turn 3. Tyler actually gets knocked back to 3rd by Kyle Frame, who jumps up to 2nd. And actually tied for the pole. Wow. Curtis Martin to 4th. Make that to 5th, as 4th place goes to Aaron Fowler, who just took that away from him. Anybody else out on track that hasn't done a lap yet? No. There's somebody wrecking, though. Kurt Smith, who's waiting in pits. So I think we may be just about done with qualifying. There's still a couple guys that haven't put a lap down. James Finn, Sean Lejeune, Trevor Malone, who's in the 85. You see him just sitting there waiting. He's about to. Kurt Smith also there. And Eric Minch also there waiting. Oh, and the O2, who has already put down a lap. So we'll wait. 58 seconds left here in qualifying. And from there, we'll get this race started. Should be a fun one. Oh, Benjamin Nelson. How you doing, sir? Don't mind my hillbilly accent before anybody says it. I get it. I'm from the South. Haha. Just in case anybody comes in and says it, I just want to make sure that's clear first. Oh, somebody's out on track. Who is that? Sean Lejeune. And the number 7 truck. I love this paint scheme too. Check this out. Main Performance PC on the side. That blue and silver really matches with that green. See how the driver of the number 7 can do here tonight at Kentucky. Currently not where he wants to be sitting in points, as I think he just did not get to finish his lap. Wow. So unfortunately for him, he's not going to be doing it. And the pole sitter of Eric Borelli will start first tonight. Let's pull Eric in real fast. Get a quick interview with him while we sit here getting ready to roll. Eric Borelli, there he is. Hey, Eric, you got a copy? Oh. Hey, Eric, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Hey, man, you got your pole here tonight. What's it going to take for you to keep that car up front?
A lot of patience. You know, the first 5 to 10 laps or so, you know, the truck seems to be pretty stable. After that, it really starts to, you know, push like a freight train. So I think saving tires tonight and knowing when to push and when not to push is probably going to be key.
Yeah, interesting thing about this track, I seen some guys running the apron. Do you like that idea, possibly hitting the apron here? I mean, it's a little bumpy down there.
Sorry, Adam, say that again, I lost you, but...
I noticed a lot of guys on the qualifying lap, they was hitting the apron below the yellow line. Are you comfortable running the apron here? It looks a little bumpy and a little bit scary running down there.
Yeah, you know, like I said, the first few laps, 1 and 2, if you can get the car down low, the truck down low enough, 1 and 2 is pretty good. 3 and 4 seems to be, you know, a little easier. But 1 and 2 is really the key to keep the momentum and get it up off the corner without a problem.
All right, man. Keep that truck out front. Go out there and get a win. Good luck.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. Eric Borelli. And I want to go ahead and bring in my co-commentator, Kyle Charpentier. Kyle, you got me?
Yes, I do.
Man, it should be a very fun race. Guys, let me know if you have trouble hearing Kyle. I did not turn down my sound. I may have to do it during a commercial. So let me know if you have any kind of trouble. But Kyle, very good race I think we got on tap here tonight. You've raced Kentucky. I watched you race Kentucky a few times today, by the way, on your YouTube channel. If you all haven't watched it, he can post that in the channel if he's got the stream up right now. I don't know. You can see how it looks from the in-car. Very unique track.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna try.
Challenging, actually, more challenging than it may look.
I'm gonna try to actually. All right, yeah, I will turn him up. Let me see if I can do that now before we get going here. I didn't actually have my sound on, so I will fix it now. There we go. All right, so now he's good, or should be good. So yeah, Eric really gets pole. We're getting ready to go green here at Kentucky. Should be good. And pace car about to drop off. And pace car is in. We're about to go green. 112 laps. And green flag is in the air. And we're off racing here at Kentucky Speedway, as it is that 57 Kyle Frame not with a good start. and will possibly lose that second place position. Here goes Tyler Cox looking to take it already, trying to get the lead away from that 14 car to the inside, as Tyler's now may have to run out and will take the lead on the very first turn of the very first lap, and look for him to try to drive away. Here comes the 14 looking underneath that 16 truck. This is an interesting paint scheme duo. You got the red, white, and blue Donald Trump truck and the red, white, and blue Fast Signs American flag truck. So that's pretty cool. And it is Tyler Cox who leads the way here early at Kentucky Speedway. And already the battle back for third. Kyle Frame now looking to try to hold Aaron Fowler in that Ford truck behind him, currently having a hard time doing that as we worked on the backstretch getting ready to hit turn 3. How do you try to go about setting up a pass here? I know you raced it earlier. It's a very unique track. You actually do use more brake than what you would think you do.
Yeah, pass here is very difficult. If you have enough speed, you may be able to get on the inside, but if you're matching speeds, you will want to somehow find a way on the outside of the person.
It's a very unique track. It really don't seem like it from the broadcast standpoint or just looking at it, but when you're actually in the truck, the turns actually ain't as banked as what they may seem. The entrance to them is really flat. That's the way I kind of see it anyway. Really your truck can push up quite a bit as we see some of the trucks now doing it. But yeah, it's a very unique entrance to a turn.
You can see right there for the lead, Eric trying to get to the outside of Tyler Cox because he knows that they're about the same speed. So if you're about the same speed, you want to get the high side to get the momentum off the corner.
Yeah, you say they're about the same speed. And now we're going to be side by side. We'll see who has the run. It looks like the higher line now starting to get a little bit of a run there on the exit of turn 4. And Eric's going to slide up a little bit. But one thing unique that I've known, a lot of mile-and-a-half tracks are all kind of similar, let's just be honest, or most of them. They kind of drive similar to each other, in my opinion. There are some that's very unique, I think. This would be one of them. A very tire killer. I mean, you can absolutely shred your tires here.
Oh yeah, if you're not careful, just say goodbye to your tires.
Yeah, and for people
for one lap may overheat your tires a great deal.
And for people that don't know, this is actually the old configuration of Kentucky. This is not the new configuration. They never did rescan this part of Kentucky. I think Kentucky just got rescanned, what, last year, I think, in real life or something, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah,
so,
I think so.
So iRacing hasn't put it in yet. As you see the slide job being put on, that was the 21 of Todd Cray putting the pass on both the 57 and the 4. Todd driving that Pet's Paradise truck tonight. And everybody clean and green right now. We'll take a little bit further look back in the field. Skylar Allen right now working around some traffic. He's working around James Finnan, that 60 truck and the 85. Trevor Malone. Here goes Skylar now looking to the inside of James, trying to put a pass and on that Chevrolet Finn. Running around about 3 Toyotas right now. Don't look like he's going to be able to get around James just yet as he dives it down into 3. Once again, side by side, going to be 3 wide. And it looks like that's going to work out fairly quick. Derek Pemberton way off the pace. And actually going to move out of the way. Not sure what happened there, but the 81 falls all the way back from 10th back to 12th now. So that's right. I'm sorry, 9th back to 12th. Wow. Not sure what happened there.
Looks like Derek just caught the apron and ended up collecting it.
That's something you got to be careful at. I was just speaking to Eric about this whenever I was interviewing him, and I'm not sure how you feel about it. I hate it. Oh, there's almost contact there. But I noticed some guys actually hitting the apron. The apron on this track is really bumpy, especially on the front stretch. I'm not personally a big fan. Yep, 3 wide. Derek Pemberton in the inside of Skylar Allen and 60 and contact. This ain't good. Derek better be careful. We're almost 4 wide. Derek better be careful racing around Skylar like that. Skylar has not forgotten what happened in the K&N series. Derek got into him. And
contact. Derek seems really impatient right now.
Derek might need to just move back a little bit and just be he's a little bit too impatient, I believe. Look at this group behind him. Wow, Thomas Jowers Jr. leading this group in that 07. Eric Spencer, Kurt Smith, Eric Minch. And I believe Sean Lejeune is also, yes he is, in this mix as well. Sean Lejeune 1 lap down for not being able to complete his qualifying lap. 17 drivers started the race tonight, by the way.
It's a pretty good field.
Yeah, not bad at all. We had 18. One of them did not start. Just the starting park. Never know. Points and all that could help to get that instead of just completely missing it. Up front, Tyler Cox still leading the way. Currently watching this 07, trying to hold off Eric Spencer in that number 73 truck. Spencer looking to the low side. And we're seeing some good racing right now. Multiple lines being ran by a lot of these drivers. And here goes Spencer once again. Eric Minch also there in that mix. You can see him on that bottom, that white and orange truck, the 00 from Go Fast Racing. A lot of marbles on this track too. One thing I've noticed about this track, I don't know if you noticed it when you raced in your hosting sessions when we see the 07 get past, is tire spin could be a big issue here on restarts.
Yeah, tires are absolutely massive here.
Last time
even 3 laps, your tires can fall off enough for you to pit.
Yeah, I think it's all about who can save tires the best. As we see Eric right now, he's actually maybe saving them a little bit better than Tyler. He ran a 10th faster last time by. Closed back up on the driver of the 16 truck. You can see Tyler, who I believe he'll also be racing tomorrow in the K&N Series, who will be here for 100 laps. Oh, Tyler getting a little bouncy there, X into the apron, a little bit scary. Getting back up on the track.
Hey Adam, Crystal thinks that you are awesome.
I'm glad somebody thinks that. I appreciate that, though. It's awesome. Although I just answered by saying that's awesome because she called me awesome, but whatever.
Looks like Curtis and Brandon are racing each other right now. Curtis on the low side and Brandon on the high side.
You see that purple truck of Curtis Martin is he trying to take it? He is trying to take it. Trying to pass the 02. And I think Curtis started back in 7th and currently where he's at right now, battling for 6th. See if he's able to get it. And he will not. Not at the moment. You talked about how tough passing was. There's your fine example of how tough it is here.
On new tires, you might be able to make that inside work, but on old tires, you have to have that outside.
Aaron Fowler, Kyle Frame battling it out for 4th. Kyle Frame sticks his nose in. May be able to take this spot away. We're seeing like groups of racing near each other. That's what we're seeing kind of. It's like groups and then spaced in another group and spaced in another group. Everybody's in their own little separate pack right now, all with the exception of Todd Cray, who's just by himself in 3rd.
Well, draft actually plays a huge role at a track like this,
really?
Especially in the trucks.
See, I didn't know.
You'll end up with groups of racing, even though the speed may be a little different. The car behind may catch up to the car in front just through draft.
I'm actually surprised. I knew there was somewhat of a draft. How bad is aero push, though, with these?
It's not incredibly noticeable, but there's definitely an effective aero push.
You ever tried to race an Indy car around here?
Say again?
You ever tried to race an Indy car around here?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you can feel the aero push in that one. Whew.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Good Lord. Which, of course, way faster, but, you know. Dylan Vose in that number 19 Chevrolet truck trying to work on the 03 of Curtis Martin. This is a battle for 7th. Dylan actually faster the last couple laps.
We got a battle for the lead.
We'll jump up to that. And Eric Borelli looking underneath Tyler Cox. Not going to be able to take it as Tyler dives it down. Kind of cuts his nose off a little bit.
Then inside, you just can't pass on the old tires.
Seems like it's very tough. It's a tough place to pass. Well, I mentioned whenever I first came on the air about how tough it is to pass. Actually, the 21's actually closing up a little bit. And, of course, a lot of that's got to do with them two battling each other. But Todd Cray may be looking to try to get a win here. And that was a good move right there. Here comes Eric looking to the inside of that 16 truck again.
A little bit of contact.
It was. I wonder if Eric might have backed off there a little bit after he realized he was sliding up because he lost a lot of time.
And don't look now, though, but Todd Cray is coming. Looks like he's saved a lot of his tires.
Yeah, he's actually been faster quite a few laps. He's ran them down. He started back in 6th place up to 3rd now. So he's one of our biggest movers so far. I just seen somebody spinning off the track. Maybe not. So as the leaders cross start-finish line, they get settled out for now. There is a battle going on back here, a little bit further back. What was it? I seen this actually. Kurt Smith and nope, never mind. That sorted out as well. Thomas Jowler's really off the pace in that 07. So really, everybody's starting to get a little bit organized. Kyle Frame's still working on Aaron Fowler. This is still for 4th. Not being able to pass him. You mentioned that low side very tough to pass. I mean, how do you try to get a run to get on the high side?
And the only place to really do that is the dog leg in the front stretch. Just have to have good enough of a run and hope he doesn't block the high side.
Basically, you trying to. I mean, honestly, you know, just from what I'm seeing, you trying to kind of treat this like you would like a road course in a way. You only got certain passing lanes for the most part. Yeah. On longer runs. You got only certain passing zones that you really want to try to pass somebody in. And we're seeing the 57 here, side by side again, not going to be able to do it.
What you might be able to do as well, and I've tried to do this a few times in NAS, if you go to the low line, try to take their line away. That might slow them up enough to where you can make a pass on the next corner.
That's true.
It's a dirty move, but it could get the pass done.
Or you could bump them a little bit. I mean, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to rub them a little bit. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Robin's racing.
We know Aaron Fowler, Kyle Frame, and all of them is going to race each other real clean. They're all teammates. We know the O2 right there, Brandon Pochtenberger, also going to race them clean. All from Lazy Days Racing. So they're going to be really clean with each other. I don't expect them to be putting the bumper at each other. I mean, I would put the bumper on my teammate, but, you know, that's just me. And I think you already know that.
Yep.
And we've seen you do it to teammates. We've seen Tyler.
Nope, he thought better of it.
And Derek Pemberton now racing Trevor Malone. Ooh, Derek back into the top 10. Trying to figure out a way to get around this 85 truck. He did run him down, not able to do it. Kyle Frame once again side by side still for 4th. This is a good battle right here for 4th. It's been going on for a few laps now. It's only took about 12 laps for them, and they still ain't passed each other. And look, right there's your high side you was talking about. Brandon Puffenberger took the high side and does put the pass on Kyle Frame. So that was smart.
Oh, yeah. Very good way. It's almost the only way to make a pass now
and
with these old tires.
I thought the 57 noticed it, and he was going to try the same thing, but didn't have the run out of 4 to do it. And I think we got a battle up front for the lead again. We do. The 14 on the back bumper of the 16. Tyler Cox trying to hold on to this lead. We only run, I think, 60% fuel. I could be wrong about that. We're not really near pit stops yet, I don't think. I think we can go to about lap 40 before we see pit stops, but we should and could possibly have a green flag stop, which would be very interesting to see how that happens.
Pit stops here are actually really difficult as well.
We got people pitting.
To get on.
Skylar Allen, Kurt Smith on pit road. Going to take 4 tires. We'll keep you updated on that. We'll go high above the blimp. Looks like Skylar Allen's down in the way out of the pits. 14.3 second stop for him. And Kurt Smith's been in a long time here on pit road. He may actually have some damage on that 69 truck. Not good for him, as he is in top 3 in pits. He had 29 seconds total on pit road. So unfortunately for him, he's going to lose 2 laps. So he's going to need some help to get back up there. And that's 2 laps is tough to gain back, especially when we're seeing racing like we are right now.
Speaking of racing, the top 2 are racing again.
Here comes Relly looking underneath once again. Now Tyler's got the option to hold that 14 down there if he wants to. Oh, here comes the 14 yes, looking to the high side. And I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time. Yeah, he does. He's got the option to really squeeze, you know, Eric down there. I don't think Tyler's going to race like that right now.
No, it's too early on for that.
Now, if you ask me that here in about, 80 laps, Well, not even 80. Yeah, about 80 laps. Tyler will hold him down. We know how Tyler races. For people that don't know how Tyler races, he's a very aggressive racer. Ain't that right, Kyle? You know all about it.
Oh, yes. I don't know how many more laps they're going to go before pitting, but if they go about 5-10 more laps, this battling may hurt Eric because that's really, really cooking that right front tire.
Now, my thing is, we see, looks like, yes, Thomas Jowers exiting pit road as well. He spent only 13 seconds on pit road, so a quick stop there for him, but he spent a lot of time longer getting on total on pit road. Anyway, these guys are pitting early right now. Do you like to call a pit a little bit early as Todd Cray's coming to pit road? So, yeah, it could be smart.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
It could be smart for Skyler and Thomas and Sean Lejeune to pit early like that, as you see Todd Cray, who is on pit road now. And up front, we would expect the leaders to be coming down here as well. They're still back here battling for fourth. Aaron Fowler trying
off an entire second so far, or at least Tyler's fallen off an entire second.
Wow.
So
yeah, that's a
they stay out,
big.
they're losing a second.
So they lose a second for his fastest lap. Tyler's best is a 30.704, 30.704, 31.876. So yeah, you're right. Losing about a tenth now each lap, ain't it?
Yeah, they're losing a lot right now.
Wow, yeah, that's a big difference. A lot of guys. Yeah. Eric Minch also on pit. Green flag pit stops are underway. Tyler's going to have to come because if not, he's going to get left out. And they'll just eat him up with tires. He's coming this time. Leader coming to pit road. That's going to circle way, and unless Brandon pits. And he's not going to pit, so he's going to stay out, lead one lap at least. That's a bonus point for him. So only one, well, two lead changes now. A couple guys that have not pitted: Brandon Puffenberger, Dylan Vose. Who's this? Eric Spencer has not pitted yet, and everybody else has. So these three guys that are out there right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Trevor Malone has not pitted as well. These three guys out there right now are going to have to come here very soon. If not, they're just going to get eat up whenever the leaders do start catching back up, and when these guys do have to pit. I mean, you can see 31.86 for our leader last time by, with 32 for second, third, and fourth. So, you know, that time's really going to get eat up here. How about though Todd Cray pitting early? Comes out in front of Tyler Cox.
Yeah, I mean, a second of slower lap is a very large difference.
Yeah. You can see that's smart. Yeah, very smart move played by Todd Cray, who should take the lead. Trevor Malone, Eric Spencer on pit road. And here comes Dylan Vose now on pit road. Still waiting on Brandon to come down. Started in 7th, currently up to 1st. Last lap of a 31.9, so he's still a second off his best time. We expect him to be on pit road here as well soon. Probably this time, I would guess, as Todd Cray's already catching. Remember, Todd Cray is one lap down at the moment, but he's about to get his lap back under green. Wow, Tyler actually got passed by Eric Burley and Todd Cray. So you're right, that lap of him, he's out 2 laps longer than Todd, 1 lap longer than Eric, and he's back to 3rd.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to stay out unless you can make one less pit stop. That may be worth it. It may not be.
Not only that, he spent a total of 43.7 seconds on pit road when Eric and Todd had a 42 second and 41 second on pit road.
Wow. Brandon is in pit road.
So that's going to turn the lead over to Todd. I believe. I'm pretty sure it will once it cycles through. I don't think... Can Brandon get out in time here to stay in the lead? Nah, probably not. There's a chance, but
close.
Yeah, there's a chance. He's just down in his box. Leader's coming through turn 4. Yeah, so he's not.
Yeah, Brandon and Todd are gonna try to make it on one less pit stop.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it'll be interesting to see how much tires really are, and if one less pit stop is enough worth it, really.
So Todd Cray takes over the lead. And guys, with that, we'll be right back after a quick break. back here at Kentucky, Go Fast Race League down to Mike's Truck Series. We just seen Tyler Cox get around Eric Borelli under commercial break. They're trying to run down Todd Cray. They are faster than him by about 5/10. Of course, he is working in traffic right now, so that's something, you know, also to think of. I don't see a ton of racing going on everywhere right now. I see Trevor Malone trying to run down Kyle Frame. Well, he said once pit stops happen, it really becomes a driver's track. You really got to focus on driving the truck or the truck yourself. It really is a driver's track, in my opinion. Got a question, trivia time. I was going to ask.
Oh, wait, that's so last time.
Your favorite, man. I actually took my time to look this up. Okay. All right. When was the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series first race at Kentucky? And everybody has a chance to answer, so we'll give you time to do that.
I know I'm going to get this wrong.
What do you think? What year? I will tell you this. It's above 1999. It's at least above. I'm not going to, because the track's fairly new.
I'd say 2002, I'm going to say.
Good guess. Not bad at all. I will give you the answer in just a minute.
After Earnhardt's death. That's what I'm going to say.
Very good guess, actually. Did not think of that part. Actually, I would never thought of that. So very good on that.
That's pretty much the only NASCAR history I can call upon.
What is your best auto sports history? What do you know more about?
Well, I know the most about NASCAR, but
right,
still not too much.
All right, we'll give you just a few minutes for everybody to think about one and get it. By the way, guys, we are doing live updates on our Facebook and Twitter. I'll post to Twitter in just a minute. So it's pretty cool. It's the first time we've actually done it. I'm going to try to keep it up all season for every league now. So it's something a little bit different we're doing. Just in case nobody's around, you can always just check that when a race is going on and find out more information about it live. Oh, so in there too it said 2001, 2004. So let's see. I'll give you the correct answer is June 16th of 2000.
Oh.
Which is very interesting. Greg Biffle won it, the very first truck race. 2001 was the first nationwide race in Alex Xfinity.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't know that either. Whenever I looked it up, I had no idea. And when you mentioned Dale Earnhardt, if I would have thought of that too, I would have thought it would have been after him, after he passed away. A little bit further back.
Go ahead. Tyler Cox is gaining a little less than a 10th every lap, which I thought it would be a more, but
there's a battle. Curtis Martin going to the high side, trying to pass Trevor Malone. Remember, both of them on about same kind of lap tires. This is a battle for the 8th position. Curtis in at 03, Trevor in at 85 Hooters truck. Both Chevrolets. Here comes Curtis now getting a run out of turn 4. Going to look to the low side now, entering on the front stretch. See right there, it makes me wonder if I would have went to the high side after having that big of a run. Hey, they got 15 lap on their tires, you know what I mean? I figured that they would have been. He's going to make the pass though, which is impressive. Back up front, we do got a battle for the lead. A three-way battle for the lead. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a two-way battle for the lead. One of them cars is not actually battling for the lead. The 73 of Eric Spencer trying to stay on the lead lap. So that's a big race for him as well.
I wonder if Eric is really saving tires because he's 2 seconds or almost 3 seconds behind Tyler.
You know, that's a good possibility. He was up there a few minutes ago too with him. So I don't know. Yeah, you could be onto something there. Last time by, he was actually faster than both their leaders, but of course they had the lap truck. Tyler Cox looking to the low side here on the 21 truck, trying to take the lead back away.
I'm surprised how well Todd can be holding back Tyler with how much old tires he has.
2-lap difference, and that's a pretty big difference, though, especially here. I mean, we've seen it, and Tyler Cox takes the lead back here on lap 52, so move him back up front.
I'd have to say, since it's right before halfway, my pick to win is Todd.
Yeah, Todd's really looking good. I agree. And they're still actually racing pretty good here. Right now, Tyler trying to stretch this lead out. Don't know if he's going to be able to get too far ahead. We expect possibly Todd to pit. I think if Todd pits, Tyler will pit the very lap after. I think you have to. You can't be giving up too much time.
Well, I personally think they're actually on two different strategies.
It could be.
No, not really.
I mean, it's 2 laps.
3 laps after.
Yeah. It's like 21 laps right now on Tyler's tires, 23 laps right now on Todd's tires. So it's really close.
Pit window will be opening in about 5 laps here.
You can see now that Tyler trying to stretch that gap, and actually last time by he was not the fastest. Actually, Todd Cray, actually the fastest on track last time was Brandon Poppenberger in the 02 truck, which of course he does got a little bit fresher tires. Last time he was on pit road, he's only got 18 laps on them tires. So, you know, I'm very impressed with this race so far, though.
Yeah, it's a really good strategy race.
It's a really clean race strategy. Yeah, field. I mean, you can't be too disappointed. We do have one driver out of the race, James Finn, and unfortunately for him, that's going to hurt him a little bit because if I'm not mistaken, he was, where was he in points? Okay, I was actually not, I was thinking Xfinity. He is not in the top 10 in trucks. I thought he was. Eric Spencer, currently your points leader right now, only by 1 point over Eric Borelli. So Borelli's looking to take the points lead here, no matter, as long as he can keep his car clean. Wow, that'd be a big win for him. Although, you know, they still run the chase. It's 8 drivers getting on the chase for people wondering.
Todd is able to stay up with Tyler right now. It may be worth it for Tyler to pit right when the pit window opens, even though this stint has been a little shorter than normal.
Skylar Allen's been out there on 30 laps. That's somebody I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen pit. Skylar's been out there for 30 laps. Thomas Jower's been out there for 28, now 31. Kurt Smith's been out there for 30 laps, now coming to 31. So I'm actually surprised some of these guys are still out there, to be honest. I think there's some of these guys may be actually trying to stretch this to one more stop only. I don't know. I mean, I know Skylar and them probably not, but Tyler does have that option, I think, if he wants to push it, but that's a long ways to push. We got pit stop Skylar Allen on pit road, 31 laps is what we're thinking. If that's 32 laps, sorry. If that's what we're thinking for field, then that may be the limit. So we'll keep you updated on his.
I'd say the guy furthest up in the pack that can only make it on one more pit stop is Brandon.
I think you're right, yeah. 22, yeah. He's got 22 laps on his tires right now, so yeah, you could be onto that. And if so, that could be big for him. And he's running pretty fast laps, though. I mean, he's not, you know, horrible right now.
He's only 11 seconds from the leader, which is not too much of a distance.
He's only about a half a second off his best lap, 22 laps in. That's not too bad. So we'll keep it on that.
You lose 40 seconds in the 2 laps that you pit. So can you make up those 40 seconds with tires or not? That's the question.
Right. You know, I honestly, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Brandon when I say this, he's been really fast tonight. Like, honestly, he has. We've seen him run down, you know, Kyle Frame, Aaron Fowler. By the way, Kyle Frame, I believe, is also on pit road. He did he just exit? No, never mind. He's falling back to 7th. Wow. But Brandon is actually, if he goes up there and wins this race, my personal opinion, it's an upset because you beat Eric Burley, Todd Craig, and Tyler, who's been out front all night. Not saying he's going to, but I think there is that slight chance.
All frame in the pits.
Okay, so that may have been why. He was really slow, so something's going on there. See the 57 bringing that truck down. I haven't seen much contact with some guys. I mean, you know, Derek Pemberton had a little bit with Skyler. That's about it. Everybody else, Todd Craig coming to pit road. See, if you're Tyler, you've got to come this time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because if not, you're going to give up too much time to Todd. Again.
I mean, he should have pit lap 60. Because
yeah.
If he goes 60, and then 90, you're good to the end.
Yeah, I agree. I think you've got to pit here. He stayed out 2 laps longer last time. He's going to bring it this time. No. See, I would have pitted.
Yeah, I would have. Every lap is a second.
Yeah. You got to pit now. Like, he should have pitted last time. I know he's on his strategy. I understand that. But me personally, I think you got to switch over your strategy and go with Todd's strategy if he's pitting earlier. I mean, maybe he knows he could get up there and run him down. Possibly, yes, I understand that. But what if something happens, you know, anything's possible.
To stretch it until for one more stop, even though that wasn't his original plan with the first pit stop.
Yeah, he's staying out again.
So I think Eric saved his tires because he knows he's gonna run his fuel down.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know about Tyler, but
he's Eric right now 3.5 seconds behind Tyler. I think you're just giving way too much time up to Dylan or Todd though. Todd actually had a slow pit stop, 15.2 second stop. So that could be a factor. Here comes Tyler now. I would have at least done it 2 laps ago though.
Yeah, I would have done it earlier.
I mean, there's no way you can make it all the way from here. There is no way. Not Tyler anyway.
Maybe me, but no.
Yeah, right. Ty would have enough to make it. That's all good. We know somebody that would, and ain't that right, Derek? Dover rings a bell on that one. So pit stop's underway again. We'll go ahead and get our mid-race summary right now as pit stops are going on. I really need to change that color from white to black. Wow. Brandon Puffenbarger retakes the lead. 64 laps are complete, make that 65 once he hits the line. And lead changes 4 right now. 0 cautions, which is what I'm most impressed with. Tyler Cox out of pit road. Now, he did have a faster pit stop. And Todd Craig's right here behind him. Can he get up to speed? Tyler might be okay. He ain't going to lose a ton of time. He is going to be behind Todd by a little bit. Not as much as what he was the first time. So, it kind of worked. I think, honestly, I think it was the pit stop. I don't think it was actually the tires. I think the pit stop, he was a second faster on pit road. So, I think that's where he took that time back up to him. This actually could work out in Brandon's name, or Brandon right now. 35 laps right now is the most I've seen. Eric Minch has 35 laps on that set of tires.
Now, after this pit stop, they all have to make one more. I think Brandon has this down. I don't think tires are enough of a difference to make up for one.
Yeah, because it's hard for you to pass him and then go all the way back around and pass him again. Yeah. I agree. If Brandon can stay out, honestly, to lap, man, maybe 70, and I think he can. It's going to be close, but he'd be really close. 35 is the most I've seen. 36, I'm sorry. 36 laps is the most I've seen, and they are on pit road. That was Eric Minch. He did 36 laps. So, I'm not saying Brandon can't do it. He does have a chance, though. That would be impressive.
If he pits in lap 72, then that means he's running his fuel tank all the way down as low as it can.
Yeah. Derek Pemberton on pit road. Eric Spencer on pit road. That's going to move Skyler. You see Skyler now back into the top 10. Skyler has 9 laps on that set. Dylan Bowes coming down pit road now. He pitted from 2nd place. Well, he's at least going to make it to lap 70. We'll see if he brings it to pit road this time.
If he goes to lap 72, then we know he can make it to the end.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree completely.
And I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
And I think that would be enough.
That would be enough.
Yeah, I think that
Even if he has to do a little fuel saving, if
Yeah.
he doesn't now, he'll be able to save enough.
So Tyler and them need to think about this. They're going to have to figure out a strategy here. Unless a caution comes out, Brandon may be in the driver's seat, which would be very impressive, by the way. Like, that would be highly impressive if he's able to somehow run it out and win this thing. The only thing that does hurt him here and does help Tyler and Todd and all them is they are way faster right now, and they are closing the gap. But of course, once they pit again, if Brandon stays out, you know, he should be okay.
But what doesn't help him is that Todd Crane and Tyler are racing, and that slows them down.
Yeah,
that slows them down.
yeah,
so.
quite a bit. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. When this race first started, Brandon was not my top pick to win.
He started 7th.
Yeah, I mean,
practice time 14th, so just proves to you strategy can outweigh pace sometimes.
yeah, Jeff, I was looking forward to your race, and I didn't know what happened. So we got coming to about 30 laps to go.
Brendan's pitting
Yep,
in.
he's coming this
I'll
time.
send it to you exactly what I predicted.
You gotta like the call.
It is a very good call.
Now Tyler's
That's
going
the
to pass
only option
him.
he has.
Now Tyler's going to pass him by a lot. We know that.
But they still have to make one more pit stop.
They still got to make one more pit stop, exactly. Tyler, by the way, did able to pass Todd Cray for the lead. Well, will be the ultimate lead. We'll see how far they come out in front of Brandon. It should be, honestly, quite a bit. But, of course, you know, Brandon's going to have that little bit of leverage on his side once these guys have to pit again. Brandon is on his pit stall right now. He's about to exit. We'll see the total time that he spends. Actually, a slow pit stop for Brandon. He may have missed it. He's still on pit road. 18 seconds. He may have just threw the race right there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You don't think he got caught speeding, do you?
I don't think so, but he might have.
That,
go back and check the
that
speed.
may hurt. If he got caught speeding, it's over.
He was on the edge of speed, going between 50 and 51.
Something had to happen. That's my only thing that would have happened. He got caught speeding. And if so, man, that really could have just killed his chances of winning this race, honestly. Because he just gave up a lot of time. 10 seconds longer on pit road for him. Wow.
He may have had damage he opted to fix because his engine turned off.
Here's something else that's very impressive. Tyler Cox is about to put 10th place a lap down. That's his teammate Curtis Martin in front of him. Now, he does have a lot of lap traffic in front of him. We'll see.
All right, good thing to know. As long as Brandon can stay on the lead lap, he should be able to
you're right.
lap
Yeah.
Tyler.
You're right. You are right about that. That's true. So he actually did stay on the lead lap still. He did spend that long on pit road, right?
What happened?
Like he was on pit road that long, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, I'm making sure because I don't know if I was just maybe my thing read it wrong or something. Oh, wreck! Curtis Martin around, Todd Cray around. Todd Cray keeps it going straight. He's going to be okay. Not sure what happened. No caution will fly. We'll get an instant replay here. Curtis running the high line. Oh, okay. Y'all want to see that?
Communication. Todd thought he was gonna. Curtis was gonna be higher than he was.
Sorry about the instant replay. I had to take that off, but yeah.
A little extra sponsor time.
That was a little weird. I'm not sure what that was about. That ain't gonna make Todd happy. Personally, I think if you're Curtis, honestly, guys, Curtis is on my team. I don't like that move. I think he should have completely just slowed down. The leader done got past him. You can't be doing that to a second place driver. Like, end of story. And I know Curtis don't race dirty at all. And I'm not saying he did it, but he should have used his head a little bit more, I think. And he may have just got loose, honestly. What did you see during that? Was it Todd that came up into him, or did Curtis just get loose?
Well, I think Curtis held his line on the exit, and Todd didn't realize how low he was.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Curtis could have been lower, but he wasn't.
Right.
And that's the thing. Curtis has the choice of being right next to the wall or not, whatever he feels most comfortable with.
That's true. It's still, you know, as much as it's bad to say, and I hate saying this to people that's watching because it's true, though, it is the leader's responsibility to get around slower cars. The slower cars don't actually have to move. The blue flag that you all see is recommended for you to move. So, take that how you want, right? You know, I'm not saying Curtis, I think he still should have moved up higher or possibly even put his brakes on a little bit, but I understand he's trying to race for position as well. So that's our only contact we really had of the night.
He's been running about that low for most of the race anyway.
Oh, really?
That's been his line for
well
the
then,
race.
yeah, in my opinion, then he didn't do nothing wrong now. If that's been his line the whole race, I mean, maybe Todd didn't think, maybe Todd's truck slid up more than what he thought as well, and Curtis was just in that lower line like you mentioned. So, we'll see. Todd Cray, still in second, however.
Brandon got lapped by Tyler, so that may... I don't know what's wrong with Brandon. Something's happened.
Something had to happen on pit road. I think he had a speeding penalty.
His lap times are actually really slow. Something's big happened to Brandon.
Yeah, 32-second laps for the last 3 laps. Let's hop on board and see. I don't think he's cutting it off, which would be surprising. No? I don't know what's going on. See how he does on this lap. Yeah, once again, another slow lap. I think he's trying to save, which is weird. I don't think he has to. I don't know. We'll see what happens after all this works through.
Yeah, he's not turning the wheel a lot at all.
Saving tires and stuff.
He's mega saving his tires. I don't think he had to do that, but...
Skylar Allen, you see him battling the 73. That's Eric Spencer. Eric is kind of doing the same thing, honestly, of what Curtis was doing, running his line, and these two ain't battling. Eric Spencer right now 3 laps down. Skylar wants to get by him. I mean, let's just be honest, he does. He's trying to run down Trevor Malone, who's not far in front of him. About 8/10 now, so he's spaced out a little bit there after that, but we'll see what happens. Let me ask you this. If you know you got to pit one more time, do you want to go ahead and do that while you're in your window, or do you want to try to get the most out of these tires that you can? Or what would you do?
It depends how hard you've been pushing on these tires. If you decide to push really hard on these tires and then save your last set, then pit as soon as these tires start to fall off. But if you decide to do the complete opposite, stay out until you can push all the time on the other set.
There's something else happening, Todd, because Eric is gone right now. He was behind him a second ago, and now I'm showing him he's about 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds ahead of him.
A couple of these top drivers are much slower than normal. I'm not sure what's happening. Brandon's still pulling 32, 33 lap times.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. We try, man. I try to get, you know, the co-commentators and stuff. That's what's good about Kyle. Kyle brings a lot to it, and I really like having him whenever he does co-commentate with me. Honestly, I ain't going to say it's not a one-man job because I do all the graphics and stuff myself, but without a co-commentator, with a co-commentator, it's way, way, way better. So, yeah, I do appreciate any kind of words. That's honestly better than, like, I love hearing that. That's my favorite thing about broadcasting is just getting compliments like that. Kurt Smith's on pit road, the 69. So, scheduled stop for him. Haven't really spoke a lot about Kurt, starting in 14th, currently in 11th. He pitted from a lot earlier. I think he was up in the top 10, or maybe in around 8th or so.
I'd say pit road's open, or pit window's open.
I was about to say pit road better be open.
Yeah.
If pit road ain't open, we're in trouble.
I think Eric might be saving.
Something's going on with a lot of these guys.
I think Tyler's going to be pitting in, but he better pit in soon, because that'll
Aaron
split
Fowler
the thing in
pitted.
half.
Aaron Fowler on pit road now. There comes the 7th, Sean Lejeune. He's coming down pit road now. Now, if you're Todd Cray, honestly, I know he's back in 3rd, but he's only 2.6 seconds back from the leader. No, I'm sorry, he's 9 seconds back. I don't know if that would be enough. I was going to say go ahead and pit now and try to get super early on your tires. We'll see. The only guys out there that have fresh tires, well, the most fresh tires is Brandon in that 02. He's got 15 laps on that set.
He's still really saving that set of tires.
Which is odd.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saving it so when he races with people later in the run, he actually has some tires to race with, but I don't know.
Your brother sponsors broadcast? That's awesome, man. We do a thing sometimes for small business, for broadcast reasons. We actually let them sponsor it for free for one race of the week that they choose. And their logo or whatever they have will be on the broadcast. I haven't had many offers on it, which is very odd. Most people always want to pay it, and I keep telling them, no. I mean, honestly, because I like sponsoring or promoting small business. I think that's really good. So, yeah, if your brother's looking to get into it, heck, I'll do, like I said, I do them for free. Once a week, I have their logo at least 1 or 2 times for a season or whatever. Get in contact with me. Have him get in contact. We'll put her logo on our broadcast as well.
Todd Cray is in pit road.
That's a good call, I think.
I think right now you should pit.
Also, for people out there wondering,
wait till the end of the race.
tomorrow, K&N, Saturday, Xfinity. The CFR Championship Season 4 starts up July 30th. You can watch Kyle and all them racing that. Kyle actually won a lot last year, made the Final Four in the championship. Didn't have the greatest championship. What's your feeling about going to Daytona, by the way? For the championship.
Talladega's the first race.
Well, I'm talking about Daytona for the championship.
Daytona? I personally am not a huge fan.
I'm not either, to be honest.
Especially since there's only one race each knockout.
Yeah, I'm not.
We'll see how it goes.
I wasn't a huge fan of it either, honestly. It was one of the things I was like, you know what? I don't want to see what happened at Homestead happen. And I mean, it still could, because, if anybody wrecks or anything like that, but, you just never know with that kind of race. And Season 5, for people who don't know, Season 5 is still way off. That's not till next February. But what's going to be interesting about Season 5 is if we decide to go to trucks, we're running the full truck schedule. And the chase and all that's going to be interesting. But we're going to have prizes that is insane. Basically, if you win the championship, you get tickets to any NASCAR race that you choose, or you can take the cash from it and a trophy. So, and there's other prizes as well, not count the sponsorship prizes we have, which we also, by the way, have for Season 4. We're bringing the Dash for Cash back, and we're going to have more money for Dash for Cash. Plus, sponsors, the Swamp Dust sponsor, the main sponsor, is going to throw in actual seasoning again, plus T-shirts and stuff like that. So we're giving away a lot more stuff.
I think the Dash for Cash should be Caddy's at Darlington.
That'd be fun.
I tested it out. It works.
Wait, have you? Oh yeah, we need to actually figure out the All-Star race. Well, I haven't set that up yet. Tyler Cox still in the lead. Eric Borelli currently 2nd. And Dylan Vose back in 3rd. Derek Pemberton up to 4th. That's something I ain't said many times in the past. Sorry, Derek. Derek the Wall Pemberton. Well, of course, I don't think Derek can make this. He's only got 20 or 27 laps on his tires. There ain't no way, are they? I don't know.
I don't think he can make it on fuel.
Not unless he starts cutting it off.
Yep.
And that would be a lot of saving. That's like 5 laps.
And even then,
Yeah.
it'd be iffy.
You gotta save 5 laps in like 10 laps. I just don't think that's possible either. We'll see what happens with it though. Eric Burley on pit road now. Tyler Cox coming down pit road. Dylan Bowe's going to stay out and take the lead.
Picking up the pace. He just did a 31.3.
Wow. All right, so we'll see what Brandon does. Man, I don't think he's going to have enough time. Tyler's not in his box yet. We'll see. And Brandon's just on the straight. I think he's hurt. I think he lost too much time on pit road.
Yeah,
Tyler's in his box.
Fresh tires.
Yeah, Tyler's in his box now. Brandon is going to get back on the lead lap. Tyler's still our leader right now, by the way. Is that right? Dylan Bowes just took the lead, yeah. Tyler's down in the way. Yeah, I think, honestly, what hurt Brandon? The pit stop.
Yeah.
That's really what did it.
I'm not too sure why he was super saving tires at the beginning.
I agree. That's strange.
Usually, just make the most of your Jesus tires, as I like to put it. For the first like 5 laps, it has super grip. Just take advantage of that, and then once that falls off, then you start saving. But
I'm trying to see if anybody else is out trying to stretch it. Dylan Bowes is still out as your leader. I don't think he can push it to lap 42. He's got 30 laps on his tires. So I don't think that'd be 42 laps. Actually, a little bit more, 43 laps.
He might if he's been saving just a little.
If he can save a little bit, yeah. He may have a chance with it.
Tyler may catch him before the end.
That's true, yeah. Tyler's in 3 and 4, and Dylan's at the start-finish line.
Then I don't think anyone else can fight for the lead. So I think it's a battle between Tyler and Dylan for the lead right now. Yeah, Tyler just gained almost a second that one lap. I think as long as Tyler keeps his nose clean, he'll be able to take this one home.
Oh, wait, Jay Ringo. John Ronaldo. Now I know that name. Now it makes sense. Down the bikes up in North Carolina. North Carolina? North Carolina. Yeah. North Carolina. I about said South Carolina. For people that don't know, I was going to do it at the end, but since he's in here, I can say it now. Down the Bikes Truck Series, sponsored by Down the Bikes in North Carolina. John, you can actually put where it's at in the chat, and if you're up in that way, go by and check it out. It's a very cool place. It's like a pub, pretty much, that you bring your own stuff in and come in and watch sports, have fun, all kinds of cool stuff. And they are the sponsor of this league. Great group of guys, from what I was told, and it is awesome to have them sponsor a series. I think they'd be very proud of tonight's race, because tonight's race has been absolutely insane. You know, out of all the broadcasting I do, that's something I need to do a little bit more. I need to have more stuff on the stream for sponsors, and I think with our new overlays, it's going to do that. So I think everybody will like it. And here comes Dylan.
I also think you need to get some of this stuff on iRacing Live.
I agree too. You know, I talked to that guy about it, and he just never wrote back. We could get on iRacing Live. I know for a fact we'll get on it in January. CFR Championships.
Oh,
we're trying to get on.
Dylan went to pit road.
So Tyler's going to take the lead. Todd Cray is going to take back second. This is Tyler's race to lose now, I think. The race actually could be for second. Eric Borelli's actually running down Todd Cray. 6-lap different tires, so it should be. Anyway. You know, not to say anything bad about Derek, but... Oh, he ain't pitted yet. Never mind. I was about to say, he's got a chance at a really good finish here. Here comes a pass for second place. Eric Borelli trying to take that, and that is another big pass for points. So, you know, as fast as Eric was in qualifying, you know, and for him not to actually lead the lap, it's very surprising.
Eric's been doing really good.
Yeah.
6th place, that's good.
Yeah, my thing is with Derek, I think he's got 36 laps on his tires. 33 seconds last time by was his lap time. He may be bringing it this time. He is. So Derek Pemberton comes to pit road. He's going to lose a lot of spots. He's probably going to fall all the way back to 13th Actually, I'll take it back. He was actually on the lead lap, so he may not fall back to 13. Oh, we got a wreck. 7's going around. Can he save it? That was Sean Lejeune. He did save it. Wow, great save. Just lost a little bit of the back end. Just gets a little loose on him. He's all right.
And he got hit by Curtis, too, on the way.
Oh, wow.
Eric's gaining just a little on Tyler, but I think it's just too little too late.
I agree. How about this? Both their best laps, 30.591. Tell you something else interesting about Eric. His pole time was the same as Todd Cray's pole time. So that's pretty unique. Yeah. So he had the same best lap in qualifying, Todd with Todd, and Todd with Tyler for the best race lap. That's pretty cool. Something you don't see that often.
No.
It's very neat. So Tyler's kind of job is he's trying to work his way into the chase. Remember, if he wins, you do work your way into the chase. So there will only be 2 spots open after this. So things are really tightening up now. And I mean, there's a couple guys in here I think that could have won this race. Brandon was one of them. I think Brandon just got caught up in the wrong place, wrong time, and what happened with saving too much tire and then the thing on pit road.
I think what really hurt him was the saving tire.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time.
So early on.
Yeah, honestly, if he wouldn't have saved that much. Yeah, he gave up. How long? How many laps did he do that for? It was a lot, wasn't it? The whole run, I think. So I don't.
76 to
like 90.
95.
Yeah, wow,
94.
Yeah, so like 20 laps, pretty much.
That's almost an entire lap.
Yeah, almost an entire run. Yeah. That's crazy.
Actually, in total time, he lost probably about a second or more each lap. So that's a lap each. That's a lap in total.
Here comes a pass on Skylar Allen for 7. Skylar going to rebound for a nice night though. 25 laps on his tires to start. He actually didn't have the greatest luck starting. He's trying to hold on for a top 10. Started in 9th. He's going to have a little bit of work to try to keep Trevor Malone behind him. But that's something that Skylar may be able to do with 3 laps left. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it behind him or not. There's a big difference there, about 10 laps difference on tires. But Skylar also, no matter where he finishes, 7th, 8th, even 9th, I think he'll be okay with. Tyler Cox coming to 2 to go now, and we'll see how he does. Can he keep it out front? Should not be much of an issue. He's got about a 9-second lead, almost 10-second lead over Eric Borelli. Eric's got to be happy though, even if he don't win the race. I mean, he will take the points lead, and 6 drivers, like I said, yes, that's that idea, you know, that you're not very happy with. But let me actually check the points to make sure. Yeah, Eric has no wins. And we're about to go to the white flag, which we are on now. Sorry, I was looking at something. And coming to the checker flag, Tyler Cox is going to pick up his first win here at Kentucky and drive into victory lane here in the Bluegrass State for the Kentucky.
He's going to coast it to checkered lane.
As the fireworks go off. I think he's trying to save gas so he can do a burnout.
Maybe.
You see the fireworks exploding. Tyler Cox picks up a big win here tonight. Eric Borelli will finish in 2nd. Aaron Fowler finishes in 3rd. How about that? Wow, Todd Cray finishes in 4th. Kyle Frame finishes in 5th. Dylan Bose, Skylar Allen keeps 7th. Wait, what happened? How did Skylar finish 7th? I thought he was, I don't know. Didn't think he was actually up there. I thought he was back in 8th, but maybe not. Oh, Trevor Malone actually fell all the way back to 11th. Wow. Alright, so we're going to get an interview with our winner, Tyler Cox, who picks up his first victory for Go Fast Racing League. As he's doing a different kind of celebration. Usually he's just slamming it into the wall and everything else. We'll wait and see, make sure he does a victory celebration before I bring him in. And here he goes. That's a pretty good one right there. Tyler Cox, making racing great again. Hey Tyler, got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Man, pick up your first win here tonight. Very interesting strategy throughout the entire race. No cautions flew tonight. You started back in third. You led 80 laps. What was the biggest issues you was facing? The lap traffic seemed like it could have been a problem there for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. Tell you the truth, I was worried about speeding when I came down for the last stop. I don't know how I didn't get a speeding penalty. It was like 57 or 58 coming through the cones. I was like wailing on the brake. I was like, oh no, don't show me the black flag.
Now, I want to speak a little bit of controversial stuff. I'm sure you was racing up there when it happened. Notice behind you, Todd Craig gets contact with Curtis Martin. I know you didn't have anything to do with it. But what's your thoughts on seeing it from your rearview mirror? Was you happy? I mean, I know you're not happy that he wrecked, but was you a little bit, you know, was that a little bit more pressure taken off of you?
No, I'd rather have like I like racing. I don't like just like walking away with it. I don't know. It looked like Curtis was running about a car length off the wall, and it's all situational. I mean, yeah, Todd could have lifted. And given room, or like Todd could have lifted and waited till the straightaway, and Curtis would have let him by, or Curtis could have just let him by easier. Right. I mean, it's all here and there. I mean, it's not really my place to say anything. I have my personal opinion on it, but you know, it was fun racing up front with Eric and Todd. We were definitely racing aggressive. I was driving wicked aggressive, and yeah, it was just fun. I mean, good racing as always. How
tough was the tires here? It looked like the tire fall off was used from what we watched. It was like a 10th every lap. We seen his tires just shredding apart. How big was the tires here for you tonight? What was that your main goal, was to try to save them as long as you could? Or was you just going out there and going at it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I tried to pit. Most people were pitting like 30. I tried to pit 32, 34 to have 1 lap extra good tires compared to the guys behind me. Because if you could get an extra lap or two, as you said, a lap is like a half a tenth to a tenth, and a tenth every lap. It only takes 10 laps to gain a second, and so that's what I was trying to do. And trying to lift early was trying to lift early to save tires and get the run out down the straightaways was what helped me most tonight. I mean, I think if you could get the run on somebody down the straightaway, because it was hard to pass on the bottom. So if you could get the run down the straightaway and get to their fender, then you could make a move. But other than that, you had to kind of let them go, because the air pushing against the side of the truck, it just got so tight on the bottom when you tried to pass.
I'm not gonna lie, I questioned when you stayed out that long, and thank you for making me eat my words, because that was fun to watch. Good job, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad, as always. Go Fast Racing for having me in. Lazy Days, and I think it's Mike's Truck Series, or I can't remember.
Mike's Truck Series, there you go.
Yes, Small Jazz living in Korea, and you guys for broadcasting. My sponsor, Papal Express, twitch.tv/Papal Express, his girlfriend Brittany. You know, it's everybody that's a part of this that comes out and races every weekend and makes it what it is.
Man, that was a fun race to watch, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll bring in second place, Eric Brelly, who's got to be somewhat happy tonight. Hey, Eric, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Man, you gotta be a little bit happy and a little bit disappointed at the same time. First off, are you disappointed with second place? You started on the pole, you got passed on the very first turn. Is there anything you could have done a little bit different to take that win away?
You know, Tyler was a rocket ship all night. I mean, I tried everything to keep up with him. We kept up with him for a while, and after a bit, I think I kind of pushed it too hard, and then the pit stop started, and there were no cautions, so that kind of messed up the works in terms of getting everybody back together. Disappointed, yeah, a little bit. I mean, you know, it was my first pole ever, actually, tonight. the whole time of racing. So to me, that was nice unto itself, and to come home P2 tonight with the Lazy Days, Silverado. I'm definitely pretty happy.
Now, my thing is, when I also mentioned two parts. I said, there's good and there's bad. Of course, the bad was you finished second. The good news is you took the points lead. How big is that? Now we got 6 winners on the season. How big is the points lead? Already. We're already past halfway. Is that a big thing now?
The points mean a lot, during the regular season, once we start getting into the playoff mode there. It's going to kind of, I don't know how much it's going to play into the playoff mode aspect of it, but leading the points going into it is nice, to be on top right now.
Now, things get a little bit different next week. We go to Eldora for the Disabled Military Veterans Mud Summer Classic. 112 laps. How do you feel about going for truck racing on dirt?
Have not turned one lap yet. So I think I'm probably going to start from the parking lot. I think we're going to do some practice this week and take some laps this week, but it should prove interesting to say the least.
I agree. That place is unique with trucks. I've only done like 3 laps there myself. I can't drive them. I'm horrible at it. But man, good run for you tonight. Congratulations. I'm like 99.9% sure you did take the points lead. You was only 1 point behind Eric Spencer, so pretty sure you did. So is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course I want to give a shout out to Skylar and Nate that run this league. This is a really good, very good league. A lot of competitive guys, a lot of sportsmanship, a lot of fast guys. Big shout out to you, Adam, for putting on the streams and getting the league out there. If it wasn't for you, man, and the job you do, we wouldn't be broadcasted and shown like we are. And of course, a shout out to all my guys at Lazy Days Racing and my spotted Tim. His dad's still feeling a little under the weather, so he wasn't able to spot tonight. But we're praying for him and hope he feels better.
For sure, man. Thinking about you, Tim. And Eric, whenever y'all put on races like this, man, that makes my job a lot easier. So good job and congratulations, second place.
Thanks a lot, Adam.
Thanks, bud.
And I'd actually like... No? Okay.
You want to ask him another question? I can bring you back in.
Yeah.
Oh. Eric, got one more question for you real fast before we let you go.
It's more of a tip than a question, but for Eldora, all you have to do is have a real wet sponge under that throttle.
There you go. He wanted to give you a tip for Eldora.
I will definitely take it into my repertoire. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, next up, finished third place, Aaron Fowler. And I didn't think he was in here, but he is, which is good. Hey, Eric, you got a copy? Aaron Fowler, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Man, you started up in 4th place. You finished 3rd. At times, we didn't see you up there. You actually fell back through the field there a little bit here and there. You worked your way back up, though, and managed to get a really good 3rd place finish. Are you happy with the outcome?
Yeah, I'm ecstatic, actually. I hate Kentucky, so...
Yeah, we came in here tonight, and this race was a little bit different. This track's a little bit unique. We talked a lot about it. The turns, to me, the entrance to the turns seem a lot flatter. It is a big tire eater. What was your biggest issue that you was having trouble with tonight?
I'd have to say the bumpiness.
Yeah, we've seen people on the apron, and it was absolutely ridiculous. Next week, head to Eldora. How do you feel about going there? Lately, you've been coming on pretty strong at a lot of these tracks. That goes for the Xfinity and everything else you've been racing.
I've been practicing Eldora a lot, and I feel like I'm getting better, so I feel like I'm going to, give everybody a run for their money.
Oh, wow.
And see what I can do there.
You're fun to watch on late runs, by the way. You save tires better than anybody else I've ever seen. So good job, man. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Skylar. For putting on Go Fast. That green flag run was awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah, Lazy Days Racing. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I learned a lot from them. They're always so helpful. I've only been with them for about 5 months, but in the 5 months I have been with them, I've learned so much. So, yeah, Eric and Nate and who else? Mitch. They're all great guys. So, yeah. But yeah, that's about it.
Good job, man. Congratulations, 3rd place, and we'll see you next week in the Truck Series. Well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Eldora.
Bye, you guys take it easy.
You too, buddy. All right, next up, we'll bring in Skylar Allen. We always get an interview with him here at the end. Skylar, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Skyline.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
there.
go. Sorry. For some reason, I cut down my headset and didn't hear you. No idea why. All right. Anyway, start of 13. You got to be happy with 7th.
Yeah, absolutely. The truck series has kind of been a thorn in my side all year. I seem to get caught up in anything and everything that is not my own doing. So it's been a frustrating year so far. Definitely, proud of 7th. Really wish I could have had a little bit more to get up there and be a little bit more competitive tonight. But kind of dealing with a bum knee on my right leg. So a long 112 green flag lap run did not do that knee any justice, and very much discomfort and uncomfortable trying to race it out.
I want to ask you, because I like bringing drama into stuff, because it's funny. Anyway, we watched Derek the Wall Pemberton come up into you a little bit. What's your thoughts? What was your first thought when it came into your mind once that happened? That was early on.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I felt like that was a situation where we really didn't need to be 3 wide. I don't know if he knew that we were 3 wide or if he didn't. I don't know what was obviously going through his mind at the time. What I know is that that was not, in my opinion, a position to go 3 wide. We should have, picked a better spot to, a better way to resolve all that. The driver in me just was kind of like, whoa, hey, what the heck? And then of course the admin in me was like, hey, we need to settle that down a little bit. I think that we've still got some work to kind of settle some of these guys down, but in looking at our results, we've ran 17 trucks tonight and we had
no cautions.
No cautions. 7 drivers had incidents. We had 10 drivers with no incidents tonight. That's
I found it
rather
impressive too. I found the race very impressive. 7 lead changes. I know a lot of it was done on pit road and stuff, but still, 7 lead changes.
Yeah. There's a lot of the on-off pit road stuff, but my strategy tonight coming in was to just keep it relatively clean. In practice, I didn't have the greatest truck, and I kind of botched my qualifying run. Even with that, we were all real close in our times. So, our lap times in qualifying and in practice were real close. So I knew it was going to be a really competitive race, and I knew it was going to be a lot of I knew there were going to be green flag pit stops. I heard drivers. One that comes to mind is Kirk Smith. I know he said he got busted speeding on pit road. I was there the last 10 minutes of practice. I was practicing getting on and off pit road safely and smoothly. As I said, I've kind of got this ailment in my knee here, and it definitely didn't. It made that 112 laps all at speed kind of rough.
Yeah, it was a very unique race for sure. There was only 2 Toyotas in the top 10. Now, I know we come back for Canaan and stuff tomorrow. I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about what happens in 2 weeks. Speak a little bit about it. I know you know a little bit about the disabled military veterans. They came on as sponsor for the race in 2 weeks. And plus Eldora. What's your thoughts on that?
Eldora, okay, first of all, Disabled Military Veterans Racing is a big sponsor of ours this year. Very grateful for them coming on board. Not only for the help that it provides with running the league, but just, to help put that name out there. As far as the racing goes, I feel like for most guys, this is going to be the first time they're seeing that car track combo. Not a lot of people have gone out. I think we hosted a practice last week with 8 drivers showing up. So a lot of guys are going to get in there and they're not going to know what to expect. And it's not go fast and turn left. It's go slow and turn right.
It's not sprint cars. Sure.
And it's a little strange to reprogram your brain to go from pedal to the metal all the time, go as fast as I can, to I gotta whoa it back, I gotta slow it down. It's going to be interesting to see how all of these guys, I feel like tempers are going to really flare at that track, and we're going to have some stuff that we're going to have to take care of. And that's just an unfortunate part of what we've got going on here. But overall, I feel like we've definitely we've put on a really good show, especially tonight. I can't imagine that it's, the most exciting to, sit here and run 112 laps with no cautions. But I felt like there was, a lot of side-by-side, racing, and there was passes going on the track, whether it been from, just sheer speed or, the way pit cycles were going. It's just like I ran a different strategy all night than most. I short pitted that first stop, and that put me kind of off point with the rest of the guys, and I was hoping that it was going to work out in my favor. Unfortunately, I was counting on at least one caution, and we didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I know you said it's probably wasn't the most exciting race, and it may not have been for a lot of people to watch. But for us broadcasting, I know Kyle's in here as well, that race was very exciting. The strategy and stuff, the way it played out. I know there was some stuff a little bit that shouldn't have happened and stuff, but honestly, that was a great race. Kyle, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it was
definitely beats iPacing.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch. So
it beats our, some of the showings we've had with 10 cautions. So
I agree.
I'll take no cautions over 10 any day of the week.
And I'm looking forward to the races tomorrow and Saturday both. That really got me excited for them. So, man,
going to be a different beast with the Canon and the Xfinity cars on Saturday, or Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a whole different monster, but I feel like, if we get the same core group of guys show up tomorrow that we have tonight, we'll definitely be able to have a similar run.
I agree, man. Skyler, it's always good to catch up. We'll talk to you tomorrow, and good job.
Absolutely. Man. Again, big shout out to you guys for all the work you guys are putting in for this. I know it's a lot of work putting on 3 series, but we sure enjoy it. We enjoy, a lot of the drivers enjoy watching the race after. So after the race, it gives us an opportunity to kind of see what we could do better next time. And again, I want to give a shout out to Lazy Days Racing, as well as the Truck Series sponsor Down to MIKES, who's made everything here this year for the Truck Series possible with the broadcasts and everything. John Ronaldo, I know he's watching. He couldn't be here tonight. He had to work. I know he's watching on the broadcast. Big shout out to him and his family for stepping up and doing that for us. Our first sponsor, if you will. And it means a lot that, they were here. And I hope we can get them back in with us again next year.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think their sponsor fits perfectly with this series. I'm going to be honest. I think it's a really good type of thing they got going in North Carolina. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Good for Down to MIKES. All right, Skyler, talk to you tomorrow, man.
Adam, Kyle, thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow.
You too, bud.
All right, bye.
All right, Kyle, thoughts on the race?
Hey, even though, as he said, there was no cautions, it was actually really, really exciting in terms of strategy. I really like to see when different pit strategies, how they work out in the end, and how each driver decides to handle their car for that pit strategy. It offers a lot of variability. Even people on the same pit strategy can still be on different strategies of saving the tires more or saving their fuel more, all that different type of stuff.
I liked a lot of things about it. The strategy, of course, but what I like about it is every race you go to, you got cautions. You always see cautions, and yeah, there's somewhat strategy there involved. You don't see real racing until you have green flag pit stops, and it changes everything up when it does, because the strategy comes out. We've seen racing by people all night long. I mean, they was side by side, 3 wide, almost 4 wide at times. I loved it. I thought it was a great race to broadcast. So that's my thoughts. Guys, we'll be back here tomorrow night, 9:55 p.m. Eastern Time for the K&N Series. Should be a fun time as well. That's going to do it for us here tonight. For Adam Chapman, Kyle Charpentier. Kyle, you got anything else to say?
No, that's just about it.
Thanks, guys, and talk to y'all later.
And the other 3 will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Benjamin Nelson will not jump